Who wants to be the next Italian wine ambassador? Join an exclusive network of 400 Italian wine ambassadors across 48 countries. Vinitaly International Academy is coming to Chicago on October 19th to 21st, and to Almaty, Kazakhstan from November 16th to 18th. Don't miss out. Register now at vinitaly.com.
Welcome to another episode of On the Road Edition, hosted by Stevie Kim. Each week, she travels to incredible wine destinations, interviewing some of the Italian wine scene's most interesting personalities, talking about wines, the foods, as well as the incredible travel destinations.
Hello, my name's Stevie Kim, and welcome back to Italian Wine Podcast. And this is absolutely the Campi Flegrei special. And where better to start than here, right now, with Cantine Astroni. I'm here with the winemaker from the family business, Gerardo. Ciao, Gerardo.
Hey, welcome.
All right, so first of all, tell us, everybody knows where Amalfi Coast is and Naples, but where are we? Where is exactly Campi Flegrei?
Campi Flegrei is in the northwest of Naples, a few kilometers north to Naples. Now we stay up the crater. The one of biggest crater called Astroni crater is one of the biggest in caldera, in the big caldera Flegrei. Astroni actually is a WWF reserve, and we grow our vineyards on the reserva.
So is it safe to say that Cantine Astroni takes the name of the creator of this park?
Of course, Astroni is a family company, and
when did it start? You started it, right?
I started with my cousin. We represented the fourth generation of this project. The family company and the family is Varchetta family, and born in the 1891. We represented the fourth generation, and I am 47. I work in the winery with my cousin, Cristina, Vincenzo, and the other.
So you're the fourth generation of the wine business, yes. But the winemaking really started with you, right?
I started to make the wine in the 1997 when I approached to study in the Northeast in Udine, in Friuli Venezia Giulia. I started to study enology.
Why didn't you study in Avellino with Luigi?
At the time, there is an enology school in the south. There is only two, in Milan with Attilio Scienza.
Right, we know Attilio, Professore.
And in the northeast in Udine with Roberto Zironi.
Gerardo, give me kind of an overview. How many labels, how many wines do you make?
In Campi Flegrei, we have only two varieties. Falanghina, white grape, and Piedirosso, red grape. And with two grape, we produce 8 labels. And one of these is a sparkling. We produce sparkling Charmat with Falanghina. In this place, we stay in the crater. We produce this wine. It's a Vigna Astroni, one of our reserva.
Okay, so this is your flagship wine, is it correct?
Yes, of course. It represents the name of the winery, the name of the crater, and the name of the wine, Vigna Astroni. It's very representative to the local position with the volcano. It's a very representative wine for us.
All right, so how many bottles are you producing of this?
4,000 bottles.
So not very much.
And in this vintage, we produce only 2,060.
Okay, let's try this. This is the current release.
Yes, of course.
So tell me what's so special. Tell me some characteristics, both in the vineyards, so viticulture, and winemaking.
The vineyards now have 30 years old.
So you actually planted this vine when you started?
Yes, 2 years before. Vigna Astroni for me is very representative to the terroir, and it's very volcanic wine. You find a smoky note, salting sensation like seawater, especially salting wine. Now we test 2019. I think the Falanghina, this special wine, need 2-3 years for going to market.
So let me ask you a question. What is the difference between a Falanghina from Campi Flegrei? Of course, it's a gross generalization. From this area as versus, I don't know, Vesuvio or Sannio. What is the main difference? Can you tell the difference when you're doing a blind tasting?
Yes. It's very easy to find a difference. Falanghina Campi Flegrei is very similar to Falanghina in Vesuvio because we have two volcanic areas and the Falanghina is the same variety. In Benevento, you have another variety, completely different to ampelographic characteristics. We have volcanic sand in Campi Flegrei, volcanic sand, black sand in Vesuvio. In Sannio, we have Argillus calcareus, and the variety is completely different. In Campi Flegrei, you have low alcohol, 12.5. In Sannio, it's very easy to find Falanghina with 14 degree, 15.5 in medium. It's more rich.
Has it always been this way, even with the climate change? It wasn't escalated to a higher alcohol?
I think 12.5 is a naturally low alcohol because this variety, Falanghina, especially Falanghina and Piedirosso, stay in Campi Flegrei area 600 before Christ with the Greek when arrived in Tyrrhenic coast and used to volcanic soil, to very hot soil, and now is very rustic variety, very interesting for global warming because ready to do warm.
So it could be the wine of the future, and of course, everybody loves volcanic wines. Is there anything else you would like to tell me about this wine?
I think it is very interesting to the vineyards, to the grape, because many viticulture to the south of France arrive in Campi Flegrei to study the Falanghina and Piedirosso for change our variety. Your variety is very interesting. About this wine, for me, is more representative for my work, for my winery, and is very representative to the terroir, Campi Flegrei. It's a volcano in a glass.
What is your vision? What is your ambition for this wine for the next 25 years?
For the vinification, I don't change. It's indigenous yeast, very long time on the lees, in steel, stainless steel inox, and more time in a bottle for going to market. But if the difference is the age of the vineyards.
Okay. One last question before we go. I saw last night that you're friends with all of the restaurateurs in the area who've started with you. Your friend started the restaurant business and you started the wine business, the winemaking rather. So how would you pair this wine with what kind of food, what kind of dish?
I think it's very good the pairing with pasta, with fish and tomato. We need rich fat fish or tuna or sapo fish or pasta with the shrimp. We need a richness of a dish.
All right, and that's a wrap. So thank you very much, Gerardo.
Thank you.
And ciao ragazzi.
Bye.
Thank you for joining us on another installment of On the Road Edition, hosted by Stevie Kim. Join her again next week for more interesting content in the Italian wine scene. You can also find us at ItalianWinePodcast.com or wherever you get your pods. You can also check out our YouTube channel, Mama Jumbo Shrimp, to watch these interviews and the footage captured of each location. Chin chin!